What's up, guys? We're gonna build beats, and today I'm gonna be going through the BPMs for different genres, just so you can kind of get a general idea of what to use. If you do end up enjoying the video, make sure you do hit that sub button and turn post notifications on so you don't miss a video. Let's hop into it. All right, so here I just have some examples, and we're gonna go through them individually. But there are genres that are missing, but these are the most popular genres that producers make. Now I know there are other types, but usually they will go under these kind of pillars. I like to call them pillars because just because of how the melodies are made and drums are made, a lot of other genres are really just sub-genres of some of these. So like pop, you have a lot of genres that go under there, and then you have rap, and then, you know, it's a broad, that's a very broad term, rap music, right? But I put lo-fi, R&B, and hip-hop because they kind of have same chords, kind of drums and stuff like that. So let's start with trap. I'll just hide these. And pretty much the BPMs you want to use for this, and this is the type of trap I'm talking about right here, okay? Stuff like that, something, anything in that realm. So I would say, honestly, 120. Okay, and I'll probably put like a graphic up. 120 to 140 is a great area, right? And of course, if you want to, you can go way faster, right? If you want to, but I'm just giving you the sweet spots of what's typical for these BPMs. So remember, 120 to 140, okay? And that is for trap beats. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one. All right, so now we've hit rap. Now this is pretty much the easiest one because it's so all around. There's so many sub-genres, there's so many things you can do with this that there really is no perfect BPM. But I will say generally what people are expecting when they hear like a rap beat, right? So it'll be something like this, right? Okay, so the typical, and usually with these BPMs, they are spread apart by 20, right? 20 units. But I would say 140 to 160 is kind of the range you want to go for, right? So you can, where most people can just rap on it, okay? Now you have subgenres of this, right? Where you can go above, you can literally go to 180. And it sounds just as good. It doesn't sound too fast or too slow, right? So that is rap, and that's kind of, it's just one I chose. There's plenty of other types of beats for rap, but I just chose this one. So let's go ahead and move on to the next genre. All right, so now we're doing pop. Now pop is probably the weirdest one, because pop, it's kind of like rap, where depending on the genre, it completely changes, right? But pop, I would say it changes way more than rap, because rap, you could take these drums and put it on any melody that you have for rap music and it'll work. But with pop, and that's why I have these drums here, the drums will completely change, right? But the chords, usually people just use the same chords in pop. This is kind of like something like that, okay? Now I would say 100, like 100 to 130. So 100 to 130 is a great area for pop music, okay? And you wouldn't put the drums like this. So now we kind of get into different drums, right? So usually your drums will look something like this, right? Like if you did rap, right? But instead of putting it like that, it would go something like this, a little shorter, right? And then you could like mix stuff in, right? You can see you kind of getting those pop drum patterns. But what I want to show you here, if we turn these off, right, with pop, it's so versatile that you can put trap drums in there and it'll still sound good. Obviously the 808 isn't in key, but I'm just trying to give you an example. Okay, so remember, 100 to 130. Okay, and I'll just play these. Okay, again, 808 is not in key, obviously, but you can see that the drum still works. So pop, yeah, 100 to 130. And let's move on to the last genres. All right, so lastly, we have lo-fi, R&B, and hip hop. So just remember, all of these, okay, are just broad terms. They're the most popular terms. That's why I have these here. So if there's a genre you like that fit under these, it still applies, right? So for example, we could put neo soul in this lo-fi category, right? Because they kind of have the same you know, sounds, chords, drums, stuff like that. Okay, so just keep in mind these are just broad terms, right? So for our lo-fi, I would say 120 and below. The reason I say and below is because you could pretty much fit lo-fi, any of these, into this half speed, and half speed is pretty much anything below 100. Okay, because you'll have to usually cut your drums in half or like shrink them in half like that, but you don't really have to do that with lo-fi because slow works with lo-fi. So let's play it. I'll play it at like, let's do something like that. So those are the BPMs for the genres, and that's gonna be it for this video. Hopefully it was helpful. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.